it sounds horrible.
Sounds normal.
The volume for some reason goes up and down as well. It's like I can hear me and me. I can hear two of me. But it sounds right, does it? Okay.
Yeah, it sounds fine this end.
Sounds marvellous. Very good. What are you drinking?
I made a flat white, but I made too much milk. And rather than
Straight
waste
from
it,
Australia.
rather than waste it, I made it, and I was like, oh, I've got half a thing of milk. So I hurriedly ganked the load, really hot, and then I filled it back up, and now I've got a very small latte. That's how it goes in the barista game sometimes. Home barista-age.
That's how we roll. Just freestyling. That sounds a lot like my kitchen adventures this week.
Yeah.
Which were very freestyle. I tried to make jerk chicken.
Again?
Well, I didn't make it. There was this week. It was basically, I was going to make it. My plan was to have that as the recipe for this week. So I then didn't get anything. It was pulled chicken I made before, not jerk chicken.
Oh yeah, bullshit chicken.
Unpumped chicken. So I tried to make jerk chicken. And I went to get I got the recipe off the Tinternet. Went to the shop, and because the shop is quite small, they don't really have a wide selection of Caribbean food over here in Austria, in the depths of Austria. So I got the stuff I could. So I managed to get lime, and you need some brown sugar, which I had already. Thyme I got, and some other bits and pieces. And then there was cinnamon and nutmeg and 5 spice thing. And I was like, well, I don't need all that. Then I got home and read the recipe, and it said the critical ingredients are the cinnamon, the nutmeg, and the 5 spice. And I was like, oh, great. Leon would be proud of me. His mum makes amazing jerk chicken. So I missed all the critical ingredients. And then when I made it, it basically turned into a lime chili chicken. You put ginger in as well. It's actually pretty good, but
it's not jerk chicken.
Yeah, it was all right. Cooked it in the oven, and then I ended up with a load of chili chicken ginger gravy. So then what I did was freestyled it into a pork stew, and then I had chili ginger lime chicken pork stew, and I've got all that as well. Yeah. So that was actually a double win.
That sounds good.
But the jerk chicken thing only made a few bits of chicken.
I did a barbecue yesterday, and I got some Cajun chicken because it was a special occasion. Yeah. That joke went down better than it did on the day, and then the 4 times after that I tried to crack it.
No, still.
Well, it rained because it's bank holiday here, so it rained. So I had to do a barbecue under the umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was good. Good.
Did you get all of them? All the burgers here, all the sausage here?
Yeah, I just ate it again today, twice. That's what I like to do. Once the coals are fired up, just cook everything.
Just get it all dealt with.
Everything on that barbecue whilst it's still
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, and then just smash it in. Yeah, that was pretty decent.
Oh, I did not. Although I have freestyled a few burgers out. I can do an all right burger now, because here they have bacon in a block. You get a brick of bacon.
Yeah,
doesn't come in.
From Square Pigs.
Yeah, from Minecraft I don't know what bit of pig they get it off, because it's like a 3D rectangle, and there aren't any square pigs walking around, so I don't know where they get it from. But it's good though. It tastes good, and you can see the run of the fat in it. It's not reconstituted, like when you get that weird turkey that they've swept off the floor and mashed all together. Yeah, it looks like actual meat. It's kind of dried, and so I freestyle that into the topping of a burger, like a homemade burger. That comes out
nice,
sweet, like a G-Dad old school burger with the pork and beef mix.
Did you put a hole in the middle?
I did not put the hole in the middle.
That's where the flavour sits.
I was missing. Yeah, that's where
the moisture
was
maker.
Released. The moist maker. So I didn't do that part.
I remember going to Grandad's one time, and he had those 2 big chest freezers, didn't he, in the side sort of hallway bit.
Gigantic.
And he made up bags of burgers, and he put them in the freezer. And I remember going there one time, and he said, "I'll help yourself to some burgers." So this is when I was living not too far away from him. So I did. I took some burgers home with me, as you always, you end up with a carry bag full of green beans and some meat. And then a while after that, I can't remember when it was months or years after, I remember like we were there with Mum and she was like getting some burgers out and she was like, no, these are the burgers, but these are the ones that he makes for the cat. I was like, oh shit.
Oh.
I don't know what if I had the cat burgers or not. Or I don't see. I could be remembering that all wrong, because it could be like these are the ones that are made for the cat or from the cat, of cat. I don't know.
I don't remember any differentiating cat burgers, to be honest.
No.
I remember having cornflakes there one day, and it was like, oh yeah, okay, because it's like the classic British breakfast, and went to eat the cornflakes, and they were basically some sort of paper mache variant of cornflake. And it turned out when we checked the sell-by date, I think this was like, what would it have been? 95 maybe? And the sell-by date,
it's only 99
like
now.
1987.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I also had a nice tea with Grandma once when she was like, oh yeah, do you want a sugar? It's like, yeah, I'll have a sugar. Sucked that down like it was like seawater, because she'd whacked a salt in there instead of a sugar. It was absolutely creasing. I think she did it on purpose. Absolutely destroying herself with laughter. I had this tea with salt in it. I was like, oh, thank you, Grandma. She's like, oh yeah, do you want another one? No, I don't want another one.
So I think about this quite often. Do you remember when we were in North Walsham and it was an April Fool's Day, and you and Mum came into my room to give me breakfast in bed, and I don't know how old I would have been, what, like 12, 11, something like that. I have no idea.
Yeah.
And I think I think I was banging on about Nesquik cereal. I must have made her go batshit crazy over Nesquik cereal, because I must have said it so many times and she didn't get it. And then you come up in my room with a bowl of what looked like Nesquik cereal with the milk in, and you're like, oh, we'll have some breakfast in bed. And it was like you and her. And I was like, oh yeah, awesome. And I went to take a spoonful, like put it in my mouth, and went to eat it, and she went, no, William. And I was like, man, she was like proper committed to me eating dried cat food. She was like, oh.
Well, I think it was my idea.
Whose idea? I was going to say, I never knew whose idea that was.
Yeah, I think it was my idea. And like, she was like, oh yeah, we're funny. But I think she thought you wouldn't eat it because they don't look exactly like. I remember what they were. They were like those little, almost like little diamonds, weren't they? They were a bit of a weird color, like a weird brown color, and they stank, didn't they, as well?
Yeah.
So I was like, well, he's probably not going to eat this. But you were just like, yeah, buddy! Let's get the Nesquik in. Went straight. And I was thinking, yes. And then she bailed.
Was a fat kid though.
Yeah, you were.
So I probably would have, no matter, I probably would have had a second spoonful.
Oh, didn't you? Hang on, I'm still
it takes 20 seconds for your brain to connect with what's going on, I think, doesn't it? So I've just got halfway through a bowl.
Like when you're expecting to taste lemonade and you've got a water instead, and your brain's just like,
yeah,
what?
But as a parent, I can understand why she would have wanted to feed me cat food if I'd have crazed her about Nesquik cereal.
It wasn't her, it was me.
Yeah.
She didn't have anything to do with the actual idea. I don't even remember you crazing her. She went along with it. She was like an accomplice.
That's the only possible reason I can think that happened. Otherwise, I've got a much darker childhood than I thought.
She just went along with it.
It's very tame.
Yeah, we didn't really go in for that many pranks, did we?
No.
I'm trying to think of any other ones. Not really.
No.
You just
went silly string on people's birthdays. That was about it, I think.
Yeah. I think you might have liked the idea of doing pranks, but then maybe
cried about it.
They just didn't really work
for months. Yeah,
it was always on the kids' TV and stuff. Was always pranks and always pranks. I'm thinking, yeah, man, it'd be really cool to do these pranks. And you think, well, how do they come up with these pranks? And then two, how are the rest of them so stupid that they actually fall for the pranks? I can't think of a good example now.
No,
not exactly prank masters.
No, not got time for that. My kids they say prank, but it is literally like, yeah, I'm gonna prank you, and then they just like shout at you. Go,
I'm gonna prank.
okay.
Just
I've
abuse.
got a good prank, and then they just like
you pranked
shout
me.
at you.
That's nice.
And I think they're trying to make me jump. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of like that kind of stuff, when you see stuff on TV and then you try and do it yourself, and it's like, no, it's not going to happen. This is a bit of a stretch, but it happened today, so it's the only thing I can remember from this week. So we went over to the show home on the estate to have a look because we want to do some changes to our house. Excuse me, we just had some burgers. And and you walk into the show home and it's like, oh man, this house is so much nicer than my house. It's only like it's just the one up from ours, and it's not even that much bigger. And it's like, oh, this is so much nicer than the house.
That's the idea.
What is it actually about this house that is so much nicer? And somebody who gets paid to decorate and like make a house look nice has gone in there and done it. Not Spazzy McGee here who just be sat on a cardboard box with a TV. So that's a start. And they've got all the most expensive stuff in there. So they've got the carpets like feel like you're actually walking on like marshmallows and all that kind of stuff. And then it clicked is that no one lives in that house. So there's not all the shit everywhere. It's like as soon as you walk in the door, it's like, yeah, nobody lives here. Like there's not a thing out of place. There's nothing going on. And there's no like crap that's just all over the place that you've got to hide up and chuck in cupboards and things. I thought that's like it's trying to sell this dream of, oh yeah, you could have this house and like everything's like immaculately clean. It's like, oh yeah, get well bought into that. And then when you get your own house, you're like, I'm not cleaning that. What? Clean the toilet? I'm not cleaning the toilet. Shit in that.
You know what people do in there? Are you crazy? You out of your mind? It's the old Instagram versus reality.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It just went over there and was just like, oh yeah, probably need to decorate. But it's been in 5 years. We need to decorate something.
You have to trade your Scout for it now, don't you?
Yeah, it's pretty pricey over here.
Yeah, got the big news. When's that coming?
Well, 10 to 14 days for the Scout Hyper. Shall I tell you what triggered me from getting it from the basket?
Window, isn't it?
Sorry?
It's quite a window. 10 to 14 days.
Yeah, but if you go for 14, it's not like I'm in desperate need for it.
Why tell you 10?
I need a lower back pump and I need it now. Don't tell me 14 days. It'll be too late. No. Yeah. So obviously that was in my basket and I was looking at it, wasn't I? I was like, it's still there, it's in the basket, whatever. And then I thought, whilst I'm getting something from Rogue, because it's quite expensive to ship it over and all that kind of stuff, I'll get like a replacement speed rope cable, and my belt that I've got is too big, so I need to get a different belt. So I like pop them in the basket as well. I thought, yeah, cushy, keep them in the basket, nice and safe. And then somebody from the CrossFit box I go to messaged me and they said, oh, is that your Scout Hyper at the box? And I was like, no.
Yes.
I was like, oh, one's been delivered. I was like, oh man, I wonder if they've bought one, and then I can save myself like 380 odd quid because they've got one. And it turns out it wasn't. It was Sam, who we did a little garage gym tour with. He ordered it because he works away a lot and he had it delivered to the box. And I was like, now I've got to get one.
Sammy.
Like I thought, I can't be missing out now.
Got to keep up with the Sam.
I like it because I'm looking on Instagram now. People are obviously having them delivered, and they're like, oh, this is the first. It's probably the first Scout Reverse Hyper in Europe, and probably the first Scout Reverse Hyper in Ireland, and all this kind of stuff. And I'm thinking, yeah, we're going to have two in Bradwell, two within a mile of each other.
Yeah. Bacon and Barbell's got one, hasn't he? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got a nice little setup there.
Yeah, and
it's a nice setup. Lots of nice setups popping up.
Garage Gym Oz. Samuel Kai, yeah. Yeah, saw him using it. He was using it for some other stuff as well, which is quite cool. Like, yeah, because they're pretty inventive, aren't they? Garage Gym crew, when they get thinking.
The old light bulb goes off. What's he doing with it then?
I think he was doing some stuff with with arms, like using it like a jammer arm type thing. I can't quite remember now, but yeah, it's definitely not leggy.
Morning Lifter's a jammer arm fan, isn't he? He's on there. The Warhammer Jammers. I managed to do some weights this morning. That was good.
Yeah.
First one back. Switched over to the power building app.
Nice.
Juggernaut, to not immediately destroy myself with powerlifting stuff.
Yeah.
So just this morning, still doing the 5 days a week one. I'm going to go for that. Going to go out for a run in a bit. And then, yeah, this morning, shoulder press, military press. There's a few things. Military press, followed by shrugs. It's a bit of a weird order. Followed by shrugs, followed by flat dumbbell bench, followed by close grip push-up, followed by flies. So it's very bodybuilding. Yeah, body want to be a bodybuilder.
You know, if you get strong enough, you won't need to run from anything, don't you? That's why we lift weights, so we don't have to run away from stuff.
That's why, yeah. I don't really like to run. I can't really run.
I don't like running.
No. That's why I used to fight, was that basically.
And then you get a bike or a car.
You need to be strong.
That's true.
Yeah. That's how you like to roll.
Are you going to do, have you done any of that stuff with the lights on rather than outside in the dark?
Yeah, because that is downstairs, but it's still quite dark because there aren't actually any lights there. I've got my little LED lights. And the one that I did last night, I took my lights because they turn the lights off really early. Like in the winter time, they leave the lights on for longer, like until say 10, I think. But now the lights go off at 8:30. So like when I was doing the stair laps with the kettlebell the other day, like in the middle of it, the lights went off. I was like, well, that's good. You end up like lights go off and you go walloping yourself down the stairs. They're like savage, those stairs as well. They're like
the metal ones that go clang, 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 clang,
man, yeah. They're like awful. Like I get to the top just to walk down them normally, and I'm nipping up thinking, man, I would not want to fall down these stairs. Like, it's like a proper, like everything's serrated on it for some reason because it snows and gets slippery. And then it's like 2 or 3, I think it's 3 flights. So if you took one at the top, by the time you got to the bottom, you would be
serrated,
destroyed. Yeah.
So
that was the scariest bit of going to train when I was on my crutches, was going down those steps in the snow on crutches. I was like, oh God. I survived. The first day that I went down those, I was like,
did you slide down the banister?
No, because I think there's like some wheelchair tracks on the left-hand side. There's like these 2 U channels that run all the way down. And I think, it must be about like to get someone up that or down that in a wheelchair would be insane. Like, maybe it's a little ski jump or something. They've got that here. They've got like a little practice ski jump hill. It's pretty cool. But I've never seen anyone send it in a wheelchair yet. That'd be pretty sick. When
I think of people falling over, when I watch somebody fall over, you know, when you watch like a fail compilation or something and you see someone and you just go, oh God. I don't know about you. I don't know if this happens to everybody, but to me, a little bit in between my nuts and my butt just goes really, really weird when I see that happen. It's like everything down there just tenses right up when I see someone like really, really take one, like a big hit. I'm just like, and that's where I feel it.
Without getting too graphic, that's what I meant when I got to the top of the stairs.
When you were talking about, when you pinched one.
Yeah. Oh God.
Okay, that's
I don't want to send myself down there. No. I've sent myself down enough stuff, but that for some reason is just not good.
But what is it? Why is that part of my body reacting to it like that? Like, you know, like if you smell something bad, then you like have a gag reflex, don't you? Why is it? Why is it? Why is it that if you think of like really coming off something, that bit down there, is that because that's like where all your potential children are, and they're like, no.
Yeah, maybe it's the evolution of the species button. Yeah, it's just
maybe that bit just wants to crawl up inside yourself. But yeah, but that's where it is.
Make sure it's safe. Could be.
If you see anybody skin a box jump, that's where it hits me, right in the gooch. That's where it gets me.
Right,
that's where I feel it.
Right in between the baby maker and the rest of the gear. Yeah, that's not good. So I hit all those. That was pretty cool this morning. Felt pretty good, but I'm like super, super light now. You know, we were saying the other day, it's only 3.5 kilos or whatever it was when we were trying to calculate. 76 kilos I am now from 81.5. So that's actually 5.5 kilos. If we actually put that in a calculator, it would actually come out at 5.5, which is a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot in 4 weeks. Doesn't really make a lot of sense, does it?
Yeah. Maybe it's because you're shitting out chili flake chicken everywhere.
Maybe. No, I think a lot of it is
sending
water.
it right through you.
A lot of it is water, and not training.
Yeah.
But now I can roll again. So it's good. 40 minutes that took this morning. It's pretty cool. And then another one tomorrow, another short one tomorrow. And then, but they're a little bit out of balance because like these first 2 days, the Monday and Tuesday, and it was the same for the powerlifting one, Monday and Tuesday, are like quite compact. So there was, I think it was like 5 exercises this morning or 5 movements this morning, and there's 4, I think, tomorrow. And then the Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are like 7 or 8. So this morning only took 40 minutes. Tomorrow will probably be 40 minutes, but the other ones are going to be like an hour and a half or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
well, speaking of bodybuilding, I did 12 bicep curls the other day when I put my barbell back on the wall. So
yeah, you're in.
Look out.
You're in the crew.
Look out.
Working on them tickets.
Yeah. Very good pump. Chasing that.
And you put it back on the wall, just putting it away. Just hit a quick 12 on these.
Yeah.
Just a quick set of 12.
I was going to be bothered. Well, it's deload week this week, isn't it? For me, I think I mentioned it last week. So
yeah.
So I only trained the deload sessions, which were pretty light.
You said you were going to completely overdo the conditioning though to make up with it.
I did. Up for it. Yeah, I went 5 times.
Or 5 times to the box, or 5 times?
5 times. Yeah, 5 times.
5 times to the box.
Yeah, it was good though. Got back into it. I was out of the routine of getting up at sort of 5:45 and going and training, so I just immersed myself in that Monday through Thursday, and then Friday lunchtime. Just cool. I used a bike erg for the first time. Don't want one of those.
A bike erg. What's that?
It's a Concept 2 stationary bike.
Okay, so it's just
a bike. Yeah, it's basically it's got their fan on it, so they've got their fans on everything. So it's a bike, and so you pedal, and the pedal makes the fan turn. It's super smooth, but it was awful. We were only doing like 30-second sprints on it in relays, and just like my legs just went.
But more awful than an assault bike?
Different awful, because you can't use your arms. Like on an assault bike, when I'm on an assault bike, I'll be like, right, I'll hold a certain RPM, I'll be banging away, and then it will start getting hard in one area. So I'll go, right, I'll just take the pressure off my legs a little bit. I'll like just adjust, and I'll just do my arms a little bit more. And then I'll be thinking about, right, well, I'll push a bit harder, and then I'll pull a bit harder just to like cycle things around. And I go, right, my arms are getting tired, so I'll give my legs a bit more, get my legs back into it. But with that, it's just legs. So you're just like, right, it's just all legs. So there's no like
the ski erg, though, is all arms, no? Or you're doing a little bit of
a little bit of
yanking
back and stuff. But like even with a rower, like sometimes you think with a row, like you can give a big pull with your arms and give your legs a bit of a rest, or you like hinge with your back and stuff, or you like your arms get tired, so you give it more with sort of a deadlift movement with your legs. And yeah, that's just like your legs just got to go. Yeah,
I didn't know they did one.
Pretty popular.
Okay. I need to find something to spend these Amazon things on.
See, that's what I was thinking actually, because you said you had a little bit of money on there. Occasionally, Concept 2, like rowers and ski ergs and things come up in stock on there for actual normal prices. So for like whatever a Model D is, like $860, something like that. A brand new Model D rower will pop up there, and there'll be like 8 of them in stock, and they'll just go straight away. So, but it's something to keep a look out for.
I don't want to say it's a waste of money, but I've got way too many push bikes. I've got 5 times now, 4 times as many push bikes as I have pairs of legs to use push bikes. So I should probably just use the push bike, but I do need to find something to use those credits with. Battle ropes, I was thinking.
Yeah,
not too bad. Or a heavy bag, that'd be pretty cool. But I need some space. Heavy bag I like. I think that'd be pretty good. Any suggestions? 200 nuts. Let me know.
Yeah, I'm not up with the heavy bag game.
Look, I've got
one of those grappling dummies. That'd be cool.
Yeah, That would be pretty cool. I need someone to
Don't
use
order
that,
like the
don't
sex toy version accidentally.
I? The one with the one with mouth. What I could get is another 2 kettlebells to match my current kettlebells. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Or you know what I could get? I could get the 22 dumbbells. And then I've got
22s.
the proper,
There's
yeah.
I want to get
Actually, I'll have to. If I get 22s, I won't be able to do anything. I'll have to get 15.
No, don't get 15s. No, because then you'll use 15s.
Not the answer. But I probably can't actually do all of it with 22. Right.
Well, you definitely won't be able to do anything with a 22 if you got a 15.
That's also true. I could get.
You might as well get a 30, and then when you pick up a 22, you'll be all right. That's my next thing that I'm thinking of getting.
What, a 30?
Yeah, just a heavier dumbbell. I don't need 2, just 1 will do, just for slinging about and make the 22s feel a bit nicer when I'm slinging them about.
Haven't you got a dumbbell set though?
I've got an adjustable. I've got some adjustable ones which will go up to 22, 24 if I put them all on one.
Okay. So mine go up a lot. I think I can get 36 or something on each somehow. And then
you're not really meant to sling those around like I sort of sling. Like you're not meant to like chuck them around.
I can't sling them around with 40 kilos on it.
No.
Well, the ones that I've got one set with the lock on with like the threaded collars, and then I've got one set with the lock on clamp collars with the rubbers, which look like if you hold them over your face, they will slide off and destroy your face. But actually, they're pretty good. But yeah, I'm going to write that down and get them later.
Well, the scene's moved on now because one of the guys that I know who follows us on Instagram, and I know him from work as well. He's been listening to the podcast and stuff, which is awesome. And he was asking for some recommendations on adjustable dumbbells. And I thought, well, actually, what sort of adjustable dumbbells does he mean? Because when I think of an adjustable dumbbell, I think of the ones where you slide the weights off and spin collar back on and slide it back on. But now when people say adjustable dumbbells, it's like the Bowflex.
Yeah, like the selector ones.
Clip in, select, and go with those. And there's some awesome looking ones of those about now. I think they're called like Nuo Bell or something, but they look like mint. Just for space saving in the garage.
Expensive, though, no?
Like they're crazy expensive. But you go for like a pair of Bowflex, and they're like, I don't know, 500, 600, 700 quid for these for a pair, and then the stand, like just stick them on, and it's like 200 or something quid. But I was thinking a lot of this stuff is more than likely at the same factory in China with a different sticker on, because you can get
definitely on it.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to slander anyone, but you can get the similar things from, these little companies that just popped up now because these guys are importing stuff, and they're like, oh yeah, we're mushy fitness, and we've got benches and all this all this kind of stuff, and they're just like, this up 4 to 32 kilos spinning select dumbbell pair for like 300 quid. It's like, man, that's not too bad.
That's pretty good compared to actually having to buy 4 kilo dumbbells, 32 kilo dumbbell set, isn't it? Because that would
presumably space involved. Then you got to spend a couple $100 quid on a rack, and
you
can only use like one in each hand.
It's true. If you had other people around, then they could use a different ones. And it's probably faster if you need to switch between weights, doing something, than putting it back in the stand. Doing your bow selector.
Coop got a set of these ones that I saw. I'm sure they were Neuro Bell. There might be something else, and he was selecting them. He was like clicking it in, slip back. It was like bang, slip back, and it was like super fast. He was like really,
But if you were tired,
he chucked it at the camera, and I was like, oh, that's expensive.
Oh, risky. If you were tired and then you had to get the thing into the stand, do you have to put it in the stand to change it, or can you? Yeah, you have to, don't you? Because it comes out, doesn't it? It leaves the rest of it in there.
Yeah. So you'd have to have that on the floor or whatever,
I'm just thinking, like, if you were in the middle of doing something and you're a bit blowing, and then you're trying to get it into the stand, and you can't get it into the stand, and you're just trying to smash it in there and get it changed.
Put it on the floor. Let's have a little rest. That's my excuse for a rest, I think. Can't get in the stand.
Present fear.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get 22.5s. I'm not going to get Bowflex. I don't need that because I've got my little set. And I've got those comedy 20 kilo plates that I got for the little 1 inch, 1 inch small bars. For the 1 inch bar, I've got those like giant comedy 20s that I can put on the dumbbell. That's pretty cool to do rows and stuff with.
Yeah.
And then both go up to like 38 before. The problem with it is I would like to get some more on there, but the 20s are too big. They're like gigantic. So you can't.
Oh,
really do
yeah. I
anything
don't know what you're talking about
with
now.
the 20s on. They're like humongous. And if you put any more than 30, I think it's 38 on with the normal size plates, they actually run off the end of the dumbbell then. So I can't get any more on it than that. But
so my advice for him on the dumbbells was just go Chinese or go home.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
There's loads about
for a
now.
biscuit?
Like there's people are selling all their home gym gear. I'm like,
is it?
pretty cool. You can like predict the future like that because you saw Corona coming, and then you cried about not having any gym gear for a year, and now you're like, oh, I don't need this now. The gyms are open.
Okay. Yeah. Oh,
well done.
Oh, they're closed, and I sold all my gym gear.
Crazy people. And he also asked. He wanted to know who was the stronger brother, and I said, well, it depends what year, and what
right
event.
Now, not me.
Yeah, I think he'd still probably be quite game. He'd probably be there or thereabouts, game? To be honest.
I'm game. That's not the problem. I'm always game. Yeah, we should probably find out at some point, should we? Well, to be honest, what I really need right now is some sort of competition or something
to train for. European Championships.
But it's like in 3 days, isn't it?
It's pretty soon.
Yeah, it's now. It's this week. It starts tomorrow.
Does it?
Yeah, because I looked. Well, I got the email and I was like, yeah, I need something to train for. Oh, that'll do, because we did that before, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's in 3 days. So it's not. There's not even any training period. I need the training period.
When you train for the CrossFit Games, Masters Division next year.
Then I have to do CrossFit then.
Yeah. You'd have to do that for the European Championship as well.
It's also true. I do my own special blend of CrossFit with no technical movements.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I'm like, can you guarantee there's going to be no squatting in it? Because then I'll be there. I was doing I was doing wall balls the other day, and I said to Em, like, I'm not going to be able to do the wall balls. Like, should I just do like cheaty wall balls? She's like, yeah, just do cheaty ones, which is where you don't squat to depth. Basically, you just do like a little squat and then chuck it up. So yeah, so I was doing those. It felt all right. I was sort of maybe going just above parallel, but normally you meant to like properly sink it and chuck it. I thought it's either that. I did a workout, and instead of wall balls, I did just shoulder to overhead push press with 17.5 kilo dumbbells, and that was the biggest mistake. It was awful because I had to do something like 15, like in each sprint round. Oh my god.
Must be grim.
Just rough. Yeah, I should have just done the wall balls. Just done the wall balls and let my leg fall.
Jim just ruined myself.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm well out of condition for all that stuff. Is the problem.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hopefully they'll start putting some events on soon. Some things.
There's loads of online stuff. I think if you just have a little look at Competition Corner and just see what's going on, they've probably got like Austrian throwdowns and stuff.
Yeah, it's all just CrossFit. I don't want to do CrossFit, do.
Well, then do your own powerlifting competition or something.
Just make it up.
Pull up comp.
I wanted to do
that, didn't you?
What's that?
You wanted to do your own one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Or our own one.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll just do that. Okay. Let's do that. I'll make a note. Do that. The one I wanted to do was the garage gym one, but that's now, isn't it, as well? That's
is it?
Like May, I think. I think so. Yeah. So
there's some good
kind of missed the boat on all those by breaking my pelvis.
Yeah.
But at least I can move. That's cool. Skipping, a little bit controversial.
Yeah.
Not as controversial as squatting though. That was really quite stabby.
Mm.
But the dark didn't help with the skipping, although I did actually manage a couple of sneaky double unders. wound a couple of them in there, but I couldn't really see. So I was like skipping. I had the LEDs on behind me, and I could see the rope was getting lit up as it was going past me, like I was in some sort of rave, and I was trying to
I'm super
jump and keep
fussy.
the rhythm. And then I was like looking at the rope and listening to the rope. And
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
I got up to talking of double unders in my little conditioning stuff last week, or this week, Wednesday. I did a session. So I went 5 times, and then I did my Annie and EMOM, and I got 231 double unders in the 10 minutes. So doing on the minute, every minute for 10 minutes, a max set,
coming along,
up to 231. Yeah, started off at 189, so that's creeping on up there.
It's coming along. And
Yeah.
what's the maximum unbroken? Didn't you say you did?
That was
60 or
the week
something?
before was 64. Yeah, that's my best ever.
Is that your
Best
best
ever set.
ever?
I was literally hanging on for dear life by the end of that.
It's quite a stretch, because in my best is 5. Just
well, I've been trying to do it for
59
like
behind
2
you.
years. And my calves.
I'm
That's
doing
the
for
thing
about
which
2 weeks.
set me back a lot on that, was my calves kept popping. But funnily enough, I mean, I don't know if you're like into science or at all, but actually, the more I did them, the better I got.
It's funny that.
That's weird, isn't
Funny.
it? That's weird, isn't it? Because normally what happens is, in this game, is that something's going really, really well and you're getting really, really good at it. So you just change it all up and do something
Yeah, you
different.
think, well, we could do with a rest from being good at this. I'm just going to do something completely different.
Everything's headed in the right direction. Time to switch up my
Time for a
program.
change. Time for a change, boys. Fed up being good at this. Well, we did actually say about it as well, didn't we? Because you were saying, oh, yeah, my calves keep popping up. We said, well, actually do some specific calf work.
Yeah.
And let's see if we can get them stronger.
So yeah.
And then see if your calves don't pop off.
So I didn't do that. I didn't do that. At the time, I think I did maybe about four sessions of actual calf raises and stuff, and I just couldn't add anything more into my life. There's just no more room for anything. So I just decided to just start again and just go, right, if I just do this workout every week, and then that'll get better. And it is.
What is the workout?
So Annie is 50, 40, 30.
So you start at 50. Can we start at 5? Can I do like 5, 4, 3?
Yeah. You do it a lot faster if you do less reps as well. That's what we found out. That's what we've been finding out this week at the box. Oh, if you do like half the reps, you go a lot faster. Okay.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Double unders and sit-ups.
Double unders and sit-ups.
It's good because I'm actually getting better at sit-ups as well. So that's good.
Can't really scale it. Yeah, that's where you were saying the time was coming from, wasn't it? Can't scale double unders, can you really?
No, so the alternative
is double
you
under
do,
or not, isn't it?
Singles.
I'm all right at singles.
Or you can step it up to triples and then just be there for your entire life.
Yeah, I might as well just go straight to that, really, mightn't I? Seeing as I can do 5 double unders.
But what you could do is, if your max is 5, then do 10. Do 10, then 18, then 16, then 14, then 12, and then do 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 sit-ups or something. And then the next time do 15, 12, 10, something like that. If you think so if I don't do too bad at the first set, if I maybe trip once, it's probably about 45 seconds. So if you just do 45 seconds worth of trying to do double unders.
Yeah, 45 seconds of work. Yeah. Problem as well, though, it's like 45 seconds of trying to do double unders. By the time I've tripped 3 or 4 times, that's basically 45 seconds. So the way you were doing it was the program that you set up for Ben with the conditioning side had like target double unders, didn't it? Or like try and beat your double unders.
Yeah. So the next time you do more.
That I can do, can't I?
Yeah, I mean, you could even just do like a minute or like 90 seconds of double unders, and then
sounds like a long time to be doing double unders.
50.
I'm going to try. Going to go. You know what is coming though? You know what else is coming, which destroys me, and you won't be able to do either. So we might as well not talk about it. Is Murph, Memorial Day Murph, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be on the cards this. Like tomorrow. I've been
My
refreshing.
elbow hasn't recovered from last time.
Really? Yeah, it's a bank holiday, so they might do something silly tomorrow.
Pretty much ruined me.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
all bananas.
I don't think I'd. Yeah, the squats would be bad, and the running would be bad. So I'm probably not going to do that if they do.
Can you remember what time we did? Was it under?
Mine
50,
was under
or was
an
it
hour, like 55.
Oh, I thought
58.
we went under 50.
You might have done.
I thought it was 40 something, but it's on the page, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll be there somewhere.
That was what I was going to do in the immediate short term for something to train for, was see if I can do that. But when I did it last time I just went a bit too gung-ho on the old pull-ups and ruined my elbow.
Yeah.
And it's still not great. And it was properly ruined for months. So this is trying to be consistent, isn't it? And trying to rein your screaming monkey brain in and just keep chipping away at it.
Well, you could be consistent and 3 years in a row smash your elbow to bits on Murph. That's pretty consistent.
Yeah. What I'm consistently doing is
I'm consistently
where I
not
need to be
doing
more
Murph.
or less, and then destroying myself at something else instead. So that, at least I'm consistent. Every year I go to hospital.
Yeah.
It's a good record. At least I'm done with that now for this year.
Well, it's only May.
Yeah. Give yourself a chance. Yeah.
Not even halfway yet. So yeah, I'm trying to think what else I did this week. Deload was pretty good, but it just all felt a bit grotty. I think it was a pretty decent run that I'm into now. Now coming into this next little block, I think that'll be.
Yeah, because you should now be nudging into some proper.
Yeah, that'll be proper.
PRs.
I haven't hit the button to see what the weights are going to be. I haven't started a new cycle because I didn't input that I'd finished the deload. I was even you would have a bit of a joke, don't we, about deload week and just go and max it. And you told me to actually have a deload and don't go to CrossFit as much. Which I didn't do that.
You went 5 times.
But one of the workouts one day was in 35 minutes, it was 4 rounds, and it was 20 pull-ups into 15 deadlifts at 100 kilos, into 10 burpee box jump overs, into 3 rope climbs. So you do that 4 times. And then in the time caps, you had up to 35 minutes. If you had any time left over, you did a 3 rep max of your deadlift.
Wow. It just sounds mental to
me. Yeah. So I did the workout, and I thought to myself, right, I am not going to do a 3 rep max deadlift, because I'd done a 3 rep max deadlift the week before, because it was my 1 or more reps, and I got
you needed 3
at 174 or something. And I didn't do it. I didn't do that. I just sat on my box.
Done.
I was like, I'm just going to chill here for a bit.
Good.
Shout.
So just the whole rest of that psycho workout to remove for next time, and you'll have a proper deload week.
Yeah,
maybe charging into your next one.
I like that. That was a good one. I did like
it sounds good. Sounds fun. Sounds cool.
I did the first and the last sets of the deadlifts unbroken as well. That was quite cool.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent size set.
100 kilo for 15. That was cool.
Overhand as well?
No, I mixed it. I just went, I'm just going to have to go, because I had the pull-ups as well, and the rope climbs. So it's a lot of grip.
Wow.
A lot of grip.
Yeah.
Rope climbs. Haven't done those since December, and man, they do not get easier the less you do.
No, funny that. With feet or no feet?
Yeah, with legs, yeah. But I was really struggling to clamp my feet. So I was holding, I jump up as high as I can, grab the rope, give it a big pull, knees up to my chest, wrap the rope in my feet, and then stand up. And I can normally get to the top, which is 15 foot. I can do it in 2. Mm-hmm. So that's what I always aim for. Isn't it? Yeah, so I always aim for, right? Just do it one pull,
like 5 meters.
One pull, you're halfway, and then the next pull, and then reach up and tap.
You can do that in 2 pulls.
Yeah. Because if I do it in less, I'm thinking, man, I'm just wasting energy. It's like an extra squat. It's like having to do an extra squat and an extra pull when I could have done it in 2, but it's hard. It's hard to do it in 2. But
it's like a long way to go in 2.
Yeah, a lot of the time, because I haven't done it in a while, I was like missing the clamp with my feet. So I'd go to stand up and the rope would start coming through my feet, and then ended up like my arms would be higher above my head. So then when I had to try and pull again, I couldn't pull as much. But yeah, it's good. I like rope climbs. They're good.
Is that standard? Is 15 foot is the standard?
I think so. I'm sure it's 15 foot. Yeah, I think so.
That's 5 meters. That's like the
Well, it's up to the rafters of the place.
Yeah, it could be. It's like 5 meters is the big diving board. You know, when you go to the pool and you see the big diving board and you go up there and you think, oof, that's high. 5 meter board? Yeah, 5 meter board's a big one.
Yeah. I never went on those. Don't ask me that.
No, I did.
You'll expose me as a coward I am.
Burst an eardrum, passed after that. That's rubbish. Slipped off sideways, went off sideways, and slammed my head into the pool. Burst my eardrum. That was good. Another great success. Didn't go to hospital for that one, though.
Yeah, probably should have done.
Yeah, probably should have done. Now my ear would work. Yeah, it's like that. The worst bit is if I fry something, it sounds like the thing that's being fried is inside my ear frying.
That's nice.
It's like popping. It's crazy. It's a great success. The physio punished me this week.
Yeah.
Elbowed me in the buttock.
Carotted you.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. Everything feeling pretty good, apart from like the insertion the guy was saying of like the ligaments and the muscles at the top of my leg. So he's like, "Yeah, we'll try and fix that." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's pretty rough."
I don't want any sort of insertion if I'm going to a physio.
Yeah, it was.
Are you sure he was a physio?
I must admit, yeah. Someone else snuck in there, laying their hands on me.
Yeah.
And
did he kiss your neck?
Yeah, he's like, "No, this is the technique. It's new from Europe.
This is my cool new move." Yeah.
And then we did some jumps, like one leg jumps.
Oh yeah,
cool. A lot harder than I thought. One leg jump onto like an uneven surface.
Yeah.
From the good leg to the bad leg, and then from the bad leg to the good leg, which is all okay, pretty good. I can more or less keep balance. And then you maybe jump backwards, which is really, really hard because you can't see where you're going.
Luke at Primitive, he loves the single leg jumpy stuff.
Does he?
Yeah, does a lot of it with his clients. Yeah.
What does he like that for?
Because when they fall over, he laughs at them. No, I don't know. Don't ask me science stuff. It's probably some really good stuff for whatever he does.
We should speak
balance,
to Luke.
Coordination. Yeah.
Should get Luke on.
Balance, coordination, power, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, single leg does.
That would be cool. Because I think I need to do a lot more of that. Because like I'm not very good at it anyway. Because one, I'm not great at balance things. Two, my leg was already broken from before, so I never really did that to rehab it. Although I have got that little balance board thing, and I've got better on that.
Yeah.
And three, now this time I'm not very good at it again. Yeah. So I need to do some more of that because it's really good for the snowboarding and the mountain bike, the motocross and everything. It's really good. Bit of balance, unstable surface stuff, but I don't really do enough of that.
Yeah, I've got one of the wobble cushions. I'm looking at it now. I've got one of those like wobble cushions, I call it, where you just it's slightly deflated, like looking smarty, that you stand on with one leg and then you try and do like squats and stuff. And
well, he's basically making me jump onto that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I wouldn't like that. My knee would just fall right off, I think.
Yeah, what he actually had was like a cushion, basically like a sort of gel type cushion.
Mm-hmm.
You jump onto the gel cushion on one foot and then it's not stable.
Like those sand stepper things?
Yeah, a bit like a sand stepper. Probably a little less stable than the sand stepper because I think the sand stepper you sink in more. But yeah.
I saw some person on Instagram and I can't remember their handle. I'm just going to black it out from my memory, that just doing just really weird stuff on a sand stepper. Like it was like the Karate Kid on top of that groin, where he's doing his when he's down by the ocean practicing his crane kick. She was doing like some crane kick and she had like a kettlebell around her foot and like a band around her leg. I was thinking,
but if you get into the last round of the Golden Valley tournament,
you need the crane kick to be strong.
You need to be able to send it with a crane kick, otherwise you basically
I was looking at it, I was thinking, I don't know what part. Well, it must have been working everything in her entire body.
Very slightly.
Yeah, don't know what that was all about.
A little bit of
because I was
action.
So I put in a couple of shifts just trying to engage with some more people because I haven't done any in ages, and it's awesome, some of the stuff you see and some of the stuff you like come across. But then some of the stuff I see, I just like, I don't know what to say to that. I don't like.
I sometimes just pass.
Yeah.
Like this has got to be legit, hasn't it? If I'm going to comment on something, then I need to actually be into it. Otherwise, I'll pass.
Yeah. This comes out wrong. But I've just updated my app and I just reset it, and I thought, right, I'll tell you what the weights are going to be next week, but I'm not going to do that because I like to leave it for myself to spot. Otherwise, I'll just psych myself out. If I know on like Thursday I've got to do, whatever on bench, and I'll just be thinking about it all week. So I'm just going to
really,
all I do this all the time, is I write it up on the board. I don't look at it at all, and then I'll come in to do the session, and then I'll get it out and I'll write it on the board. And once it's on the board, I've got to do it. Then I won't be thinking about it all week.
Okay.
Like if I know like deadlifts on Tuesday is going to be gross, and I'll be thinking about it Monday morning.
See,
Monday
I do
night.
reverse. I like to look and see. Otherwise, I can't get ready for it.
Really?
So like I've looked at all of mine for this week. Although the weights aren't really there, but I had to look and see, okay, what are all the sets? And then it doesn't really matter to me what it is. But once I know, that's good. It's like I've got to have even though I didn't plan it, then I can get my head around it and actually do it. That's quite interesting.
See, I'm the opposite, because I'll come in and I'll be like, well, I'm deadlifting today, and it doesn't really matter what the weights are, because I'm going to deadlift anyway. And then I'll just put the weights on the board and I'll go, okay. And then I won't look at what the record would be, like what the new rep max on that would be. I'll never look at that as long as I can help it, because otherwise I'll think I'll base off that. I'll think I've either had a good or a bad session, which I don't want to do. Because if you're there, like if I'm there and I think, oh, wow, a lifetime P or PB is 4 reps, so let's go for 4, and I pick it up and like 3 is just an absolute cat scratching death grind, then I'll be like, oh man, I didn't get the 4. Whereas if I just go in, I go, right, I'll just do as many reps as I can without being silly, I'll just be happy while I did what I could do on that. And I'm normally I'm cruising 1 to 2 under. Like if I'm having a good week, it'll be like I'll be 1 short of a new rep max. If I'm having a good week, it'll be like 2. So I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, just keep it there. Well, it's coming up well, isn't it? Now it's just
I've got a feeling I'm gonna have to reset soon on that one, especially if I'm going back to CrossFit as well. I'll just slow things down. So just be careful with that. It's not that I haven't been doing the conditioning stuff at home, but I've just been doing less. Like I maybe do like 3 a week conditioning stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll just have a look, be sensible if I can.
There's only so much room in the cup, dude.
Exactly.
That's the
thing. Get a bigger cup.
Yeah. Well, the bigger cup comes from over time.
From training. train the cup bigger.
Training intelligently.
That's another idea for a t-shirt that no one will get.
Yeah.
just a massive cup.
Just a big cup, and then a bigger cup. You can get one of those like extender cups. You can get those, can't you? That really wouldn't be very cool on a shirt, they would.
No. That's like
idea. Not every idea is $1 million idea.
They're not all good ones. They're not all good ones.
Only the good ones make it. They're not even that good. Some of them make it. But need to throw some more out there. Need to get some more out in the mix.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe you have to have like a little consolidate and a tidy up of the website and things, and just make it nice and clean looking and easy, right? Because we've got like all sorts of different stuff now. So
and the ideas and things. Well, we've got the new man on the street who's going to come and help us, isn't he? With some design. So that'll be cool.
Oh yeah, your dude.
Need to catch up with
that'd be cool.
My man.
Yeah, and I've nearly finished that one that I've been working on for about 2 years solid. Well, I say nearly. I could if I spent some actual time on it, I would get it done. But it's getting there. I forgot I was going to take a picture and send it to you, but I basically got everything there now. I just need to get it ready to be able to print it. But it's episode 7 of the Line of Duty tonight, so all bets are off.
That's not happening. What's Line of Duty?
Line of Duty. Line of Duty is a British drama about corruption in the police, and it's swept the nation for the last 6 years. It's good. It's really good. Yeah, really
never
good.
even heard it.
Really good. Yeah, well, you haven't been here. You don't even know, man.
I don't know nothing. about that
Yeah,
line of duty. I'm just in a void. I'm gonna
an entertainment void.
yeah.
You always go to countries that are like 7 years behind.
Yeah.
Stuff.
This is where all the good stuff happened.
Yeah. I was going to give you some music to listen to as well. This has come out of nowhere for me, and this you can write this down if you like. If you like just like remixes of stuff, which has just got other bits and pieces like spliced in, just random things, and it's just quite good like dance music. It's called Two Friends Big Booty Mix.
Two
Friends Big Booty Mix, and they've done 18 volumes of this. Just tap it into YouTube and you'll get. But yeah, they had it on at CrossFit, and everyone was like, "What is this?" It was good. There's Pokemon was thrown in there at one point. It was great.
They've done 18 editions of this.
Yeah, there's like got hundreds of thousands of views and stuff on their videos. Never heard of them. Just came out of nowhere for me.
The group is Two Friends.
Two Friends.
It's called
Big Booty Mix
1 through 18.
Yeah, volume 18 is what we're listening to.
I've just got to catch up there now. I don't know if you've seen it on the feed. We follow one of my friends from back in the day, Joey Bill. Did you ever meet Joey Bill?
Never met him, no, but I know of him.
He does a Friday night new music thing, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Which is worth having a look. Scene magazine, CENE magazine.
Yeah.
And they do like a little snippet, and he like associates a word with it. So he has some cool stuff on there. New music coming up. Worth a look if you're into music.
Cool. Do you want an update on podcast stats? Are you into knowing where we're at with our listenership? We've
got to try and keep up with this rapidly growing phenomena.
So we're not taking off on YouTube just yet.
No.
Just to let you know, I want to position that for you. Okay, don't get too excited on YouTube.
Is this the shit sandwich?
Yeah, we started. So we've done 4 episodes. They're all on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube now, hello. Episode 1 got 54 views. Okay. That's 5-4. Yeah. So that's where the success ended.
That's where it peaked. Okay.
Yeah. 19 on the next one, then 7, then 6. So less than a view a day. One or more of those are probably mum. Hi, mum.
Yeah, multiple. Yeah.
But the actual podcast like channels are a little bit more successful. Now, again, don't get too excited, but across the 4 episodes, I've had a total of 54 plays. So 54. So yeah, 15 on the first one, 11, 19, and 9.
Has mum
so
gone
when they say success doesn't come overnight, they meant it.
Yeah, that was true. Yeah,
but I don't know if I've said this on here or not, or if I might have just said to Claire, but I just like the fact that we get to sit down and have a bit of a chat for a bit.
A bit of a natter.
Because we don't really, do we? Ever?
No. Ever.
Just texts. We'll text back and forth.
Yeah. And then
you seen this?
Get a bit grouchy, depending on how we write the text.
Depending on what's going on. Yeah, it's quite nice. Yeah, it's good fun for me anyway. And I like to spend money on gadgets and see what happens.
Yeah, why not?
But I'm going to do a little Instagram post because I haven't got much to post in the way of training, because I don't like to video stuff at CrossFit, because you got other people in it and they have music, and then Instagram takes your video off because of the music and all that kind of stuff. And it's not in a garage for a start. Yeah, it's not my garage, it's Phil's garage. Yeah. So I'm going to do a little post of just about the podcast again. See if we can.
Why not
promote it?
The feedback that we've had of the very few people that have listened have all been saying the same thing.
Like they want to join in.
That they want to join in. Yeah, that they like listening to it just to switch off, which maybe means we're not saying the most thought-provoking of things, but yeah, they enjoy it because they feel like it's a conversation they'd like to join in, which is pretty cool. Shout out to Leroy. Yeah. Shout out Sarah, she told me that as well, my friend who's got the gallery.
Oh yeah.
Mum,
she didn't like the swear out, did she?
Mum. She's like, oh yeah, it's really funny.
But you say about thought-provoking stuff, and I watched the documentary Seaspiracy last night. Have you heard of Seaspiracy?
Heard a lot about it. I have not watched it yet.
So when I say watched, what I mean was it was on in the background whilst I was on my phone. And then when I said, I've just got to stretch out a little bit, and I moved over to the other sofa and then fell asleep. So that's what I mean by watched.
That is thought-provoking stuff.
But I mean, if that does that to me, then imagine how quick people go to sleep when they listen to this.
Imagine the power.
It's like people think they need melatonin.
Aid.
You know, people think they need Beam Dream or whatever it is that old Matt Fraser's pumping in. Just pop this on. Just pop this on every night before bed.
Yeah. Listen to the soothing tones.
And we'll Norfolk you to sleep.
Yeah, listen to the scratching Aussie Norfolk Cockney mix Spanish freestyle accent that I have, and your pure Norfolk tones, and they'll be well away.
Yeah.
Don't need your Headspace app with sleep planning, whatever it is.
This is true.
Just drift off.
It's true.
We can put some white noise on in the background, can we? Bit of
I
static.
can do it now.
Yeah. I just spat.
It's like when you leave the TV on, like old school TV, and it doesn't just like switch off itself, isn't it? And just you wake up in the middle of the night, and it's just that.
God.
It's just what's the it's the background. What's the radiation called from the Big Bang? Something universal background radiation, or what it is. That's the static on the TV, isn't it? That's just that.
And so after you've watched The Fly 2 until 3:30 in the morning or whatever it is, and then you're like, oh,
I freak out. No, I freak out when I'm on this. If I fall asleep on the sofa, something's not right with my brain when I wake up. I think there's the danger about. I think it must be like a caveman thing, like when they used to just sleep with one eye half open, and like albatrosses.
Yeah, you don't really sleep well, do you?
Albatrosses that sleep whilst flying because they have mini naps. They've got to be on alert, and I think it's like that. Because I was on the sofa last night, and I knew what time it was. I knew what I was doing. I knew as soon as I lay down on the sofa to watch, air quotes, the rest of the documentary, gone. I'd be gone. And then next I woke up, and Claire was obviously shutting down the house to go to sleep, and I was like, "Is everything all right?"
Shutting down the fortress.
She got shut. Is everything all right? And like your heart's going. She's like, "Shit." So, have I been asleep for 3 minutes? Have I been asleep for a day?
3 days.
So what's going on? That's the worst. When you come out of a nap, worse than when you went in. That's
it's a bad nap.
And then I had a bad sleep.
You're not supposed to have a nap for very long, are you? You're supposed to, like, if you're going to have a nap, because sleep runs in cycles, doesn't it? This is from the multiple sleep books I've got. I'm not very good at sleeping. If you have like a 15-minute nap, you're pretty good up to like 45, and then I think once you go past 45, you're basically like on an hour and a half sleep cycle, aren't you? So as you're going into 45, you're going into like REM sleep, deep
and
sleep.
that's where you don't want to be for a nap, isn't it?
Yeah, and if you get woken up from that
down.
bad boy, that's where it's like your brain has just gone into another dimension, isn't it? And,
it's like when your laptop is trying to update and you just hold down the power button.
You like, have some of that. You're never waking up from that.
That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing, people, to your bodies and your brains. If you're tired, I say this all the time, if you're tired, you need to go to sleep if you're tired. But if you just need a nap, that is literally, and you're going to do more than 15 minutes, that is just holding down the power button if your Windows is trying to update this software. And then that's what my brain is doing. Then it wakes up and it's like, do you want to open all the programs that you had?
Do you want that?
Do you want to open all the programs that you had when it was last open? And that's my body going, what the fuck's going on? Is everything okay? Is everyone still alive? What year is it? Who's the president?
And then once everything's popped up again,
there we go.
We're all good to go. Well, I like to use a strategic nap though. Thrown in
I'll
there.
nap when I can get them in.
Though for some reason I can sleep, like if I go to yours or whatever, I can sleep on it. It's like as I touch the sofa, I haven't seen anyone for a year arrive, touch the sofa, and there's some sort of off switch on me. Back, dealt with. Despite having probably slept on the public transport to get to the airport, in the airport, on the plane, the other side, getting to you. So I've probably had like a total of 12 hours sleep on the way. And then another
traveling takes it out of you.
It's a little bit hard work, isn't it?
Well, speaking of sleep, I'm going to get me some in about 3
Actually,
hours. I don't know how
time
to
is it,
end
dude?
it. I didn't know how to end the podcast. I tried to segue into it, but we've been at it for over an hour.
We can work on that. We can
Been at it for
practice.
yeah, we need a signal.
Lead out.
Rather than just going,
Yeah.
well, that'll do. I keep looking at this board thinking there's going to be, I might have written something else on the board that I didn't talk about, but I did. It was literally 3 things and that was it. Did them all.
You could
We got them all
signal it,
again.
by
Another successful episode in the
by body
bag.
language. You could signal it. Like if you're like,
That
and
is-
the other person doesn't get it, you're like, I'm gonna.
See, if you're, hey, this is why you need to go onto YouTube because you can't see what I'm doing here. And that was the best bit of this whole hour. So get onto YouTube, you schmucks.
What's going on? Sweet.
All right, mate.
All right, dude.
We'll catch you in the
Speak
next
to
one.
you. Yeah. Later.
See you later.